I'm going to give some tips today on how to use some features in Navionics that I found very useful on the travelings we've done on our boat, and some things I've figured out that make navigating a little bit easier with the tides and the rivers and everything. To start with, I go into the settings and I use a sonar chart that gives me contour lines that show the depth as it goes along, and this is using actual sonar charts from people driving around in boats that map the bottom. I find them much more detailed than the navigation charts that don't really have any details, so I switch to sonar charts, and then I go in here and mark my shallow areas, and this is going to depend on the boat draft you've got. So I've currently got some friends traveling through the area that are having an issue with shoaling while going up this river. So their boat actually has a 6.5 foot draft. So I'm going to set this to depth shading to 7 feet. So anything in blue is going to be, anything under 7 feet is going to be in blue. And then I'm going to mark the shallow areas, let's say 7 feet. Let's just go the depth shadings to 8 feet. So if they know they're in white, they know they're good. Anything in blue, they're getting close, it's less than 8 feet. Anything in red, or anything 7 feet or less, they're probably going to bottom out. So those are the sonar chart settings here. So as you can see, going up this is the new river. It's just into Georgia, and they're trying to get to a boatyard for a haul out up here. But as you can see, this charted area, you've got different areas that change. But the most important thing is in Georgia, there are tides, and they can be pretty significant. So what you have to do in order to see those is zoom down on the map and find the nearest tide marker. And that's what this little thing is right here. This little blue marker here is a tide marker. And once you select that, you can see the difference in the rise of the tide. You can see here the tide is 6 feet higher than it is here. Then, with this tide marker up here, you can go to the area that you're trying to navigate and see the differences of this river at low tide versus high tide, and when you can pass through there. And it gives a timestamp, and this changes by the day. So one day, like today, high tide's at 10:15 p.m., or you could have went at 9:40 a.m. But this tide chart being 6 feet really changes this river as you navigate. So they definitely would want to try to go high tide tomorrow at 10:23 a.m. would be perfect. If they could say maybe start out at like 8:44 to 11:50, they'd be much better off trying to navigate this river. But there's still some low areas in here that they have to watch out for. Even at high tide, you can see they got some blue and some red, so they're going to have to avoid this area. But there's plenty of room to go around this. You just have to trust the charts and kind of know where they're at and navigate around, because there are some shoaling spots here. Now, if they were to go through at low tide, I mean, it's only 5 foot deep in this whole area. So you definitely have to time it with the chart. But these contoured charts really help, navigating up and down this river with the tide changes, knowing where you can go, where you can't go, and at what time of the day you're at. So hopefully this will help them to be able to navigate up this river to get hauled out.